Wait, so this is what floor is this?
This is 4.
Whoa.
Second floor is like rooms and stuff, and then third floor is gym and club, and then this is
Club.
kitchen.
Right.
Wow. All I got right now is wow. The only thing crazier is that they had an inflatable bear taking up a third of their pool deck.
Hi, that's where
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know how to film this. What do you do with this?
It's just there.
Check. Hey everybody, I'm attorney Ian Corzine and this is the heart of the matter. If you like videos on the legal side of social media, well then push that like button, push that subscribe button. All right guys, let's continue on with the tour of Alissa Violet's Clout Gang House.
This is,
The biggest house you've ever seen? Me too.
Hi! Oh my god!
How are you? This is the first floor. There's like 4 floors.
Whoa!
It's crazy. This is our theater. Second floor is like rooms and stuff, and then third floor is gym and club, and then this is
Club.
kitchen.
Right. Okay, show me the club.
Oh, wait, what?
I feel like such like those like weird. It's like, ooh, look how much richer I am than you. No, but like we don't even like pay for this. Like it's like our company. That's what
Wait, who pays for this house?
investors and all that.
Oh.
There's a sauna in there. This is a club.
Okay, so you weren't kidding. So you have a club.
Yeah.
Is that a DJ stand?
Yeah.
It's amazing that YouTubers like Shane Dawson and Jake Paul and Alissa Violet make so much money. To a lot of you, you don't understand how they make all that money. So, how do they make all that money off YouTube? The main ways are brand integration, so there's product placement, there's brand mentions in the videos. YouTubers are also paid as brand ambassadors, so large companies will pay them amounts of money to wear clothes or use some sort of product in the video or out in daily life. And of course, large YouTubers make advertising revenue. YouTube pays about $4 every 1,000 views. And as Jake Paul has capitalized on, merchandising. A lot of large YouTubers sell their product, the things with their logos, with their tag phrases, and it makes a lot of money. And finally, because large YouTubers are high profile, a lot of business people approach them with business deals that make them a lot of money. So jump on the bandwagon, start your own YouTube channel, and someday you too could have a house with a club in it. Let's turn to Alissa Violet's interview in part 7 of The Mind of Jake Paul. It was jaw-dropping. She announced that Jake Paul and her were never girlfriend and boyfriend. Let's watch.
When Vine was popping, he was like, yeah, I'll put you in some of my Vines, and then you'll get like a little bit of a following, and you can like use that for modeling and all that stuff. Well, it started like when he noticed his videos did better with me in the thumbnail, and then he started it like right after that, so maybe like 1.5 to 2 years. But we were together, but we weren't.
Okay.
Okay, so originally I signed a contract with Maverick Media and 10 Digit Media. Maverick Media was Logan Paul, 10 Digit Media was Jake Paul. And that was like June 2015
So you signed a contract with Logan.
with Logan and Jake.
What? What does that mean?
Just basically to sum up, me being in their videos and then them helping me out with like following and like modeling and
What Alissa is referring to in this video is what we term in the law a personal services contract. A personal services contract is a contract between 2 people or more, and the bottom line is one person is paid to do special, unique services for another person for a period of years. So what we know from this video is that Alissa Violet entered into 2 5-year personal services contracts, one with Jake Paul, the other with Logan Paul. In California, a personal services contract cannot extend beyond 7 years, but it is enforceable. So if Logan really did tell Alissa at the end of 2 years that she could not get out of her contract, he technically was right. However, Alissa told stories of verbal and potentially physical abuse. If she truly did suffer these abuses during the contract period, she could file a lawsuit against Jake or Logan for breach of contract and potentially constructive discharge. In other words, They made it so hard for her to perform her personal services that they effectively forced her to resign. So let's learn from Alissa's example. If your employer is abusing you, it's time to talk to a lawyer. If you're tracking me, write lawyer in the comments below. All right, moving on. I've invested about 7 hours of my life in Shane Dawson's The Mind of Jake Paul, and this particular clip we're gonna watch was truly the best moment for me.
You're constantly promoting your merch, like a lot.
Out of a 13-minute and 50-second video, nearly 7 minutes of that time is devoted to advertising products.
Excessively. You have a merch store in your house, we saw it. It's like, merch is very much like always a part of every video, like a lot, like 50% of it or more, right? You made jokes and said like, hey kids, tell your parents to buy my merch. Tell your parents I want this merch, whatever.
Go tell your mama she gotta buy it all.
My little dude here is rocking the merch. Show him, turn him around. That's what I'm talking about. Didn't you have the underwear on too?
Oh! So people basically think that you're manipulating young people, kids watching, to spend their money on you, to buy your merch. So I'm curious, like, what your reaction is when people say that's like crazy.
I honestly think it's stupid that people think that's manipulative. I don't see a problem with it at all. Like, just because my fans are younger, does that mean I'm manipulating them? Like,
I don't know if you know what's right or wrong with a lot of things, and I think you are kind of emotionally and in other ways stunted as a kid, and you show that in a lot of ways with like the crazy things you're doing, and like just the house and the Legos in the wall, and like always wanting friends around and always wanting like attention and always like doing these crazy things. But I don't think you are this evil genius who like knows how to manipulate kids. So I agree, I don't think you're purposely doing that, but I don't think you know why it is wrong.
What I really like about this clip is that Shane Dawson really distilled down out of these 8 parts the main problem of Jake Paul. And I say problem, but I also understand that probably this particular thing is the main reason why Jake Paul is so popular. The way Jake Paul was raised resulted in him being emotionally stunted. In other words, he doesn't have a good processor for determining what is right and what is wrong. The good news is that Jake Paul, I think, learned some very hard lessons during this past year, and I also think that the talk with Shane Dawson really helped him put some context to all the things that he's done that have been criticized. Shane Dawson's The Mind of Jake Paul barreled into the internet about a month ago with a lot of negativity attached. I'm hoping that all Shane Dawson's hard work will result in future YouTubers understanding that they really have to understand themselves and actually be authentic and produce and make positivity in the world. Create positive art that actually is productive and helps people. Thanks for tuning in these past 4 weeks. It truly was a lot of fun to do a legal analysis of Shane Dawson's The Mind of Jake Paul. A lot of people were like, why are you doing this? But it was really, really fun to go through each series, each episode, and determine what are the legal issues at stake. And thank you so much for tuning in. And as we always have to say, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And if you hit the bell button, every Wednesday you'll be notified when a new Heart of the Matter video comes out. All right, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.